Hi, everyone. Let's see, does it work? Yes, it does work. I knew I wasn't all the way ready setting up before I hit go live. I don't know what I was thinking. There we go. I got my overhead camera. Hi, everyone. It's been a minute. I have not been live all month, I don't think. Hi, Gail. So good to see you, my dear. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Happy to be here. I didn't even know what to work on when I came on tonight. I was like, what should I do? I have this whole basket full of whips right next to me here in my little video room, and I didn't even know. Thank you. You know, it's the lipstick. I don't know what it is. It's not even lipstick, it's just lip gloss, and it's this stuff, this cheap ass stuff that I use, I've been using for years. This is all the only makeup I actually wear. And I got new glasses. And I can see again. It's been, I mean, I was so overdue for glasses. It wasn't even funny. And yeah, so here I am, new look. And I'm wearing my half moon goddess shawl in coral catastrophe because it's a catastrophic kind of day, my friends. Yes. Gail, you're too funny. Um, let's see. If there's anyone on YouTube watching, can you just let me know you can see me and that I'm live and it's happening um, over here on YouTube? Says I'm streaming, but I don't see nothing. But um, okay, I'll just keep going. Yeah, this was the color that I bought for myself. And when I buy yarn, when I go out and I buy yarn, I have noticed that I gravitate towards greens and blues and aquas and turquoise and so then I was coming home and finding like I have a stash full of yarn that's all in the same color. So when I go and I buy yarn, I look for things that are different that um, that I that I haven't seen or that I don't have a lot of. And I actually really, really love coral. I have a lot in this color. It's like when I don't wear green, I go to the orangey, kind of peachy. Thank you, thank you. You guys are too kind. You too kind. Thank you. I'm um I'm feeling great. I think that's what you're seeing. I feel great. I had all that work done last year and I took that year to just take care of myself and I feel great. Things are going great for me and I feel really great. So I'm just going to hang today. Um, I guess not really a tutorial. I'm just working on, I decided that this star blanket that I have been using for a tutorial um, for the star blankets is going to be a supernova. And hi, Marie. Um, there's no challenge right now, but there is a star blanket challenge coming up at the end of the month. And it's possible I actually might postpone it because I kind of want to go to the beach. So if I end up going to the beach, I might make it like a week later or even 2 weeks later. Y'all see how pasty I look, right? I look so pasty. I knew that there was something else I wanted before I sat down, and it's stitch markers. Hang on. Yeah, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do a star blanket challenge. I've had um, quite a few people on the last challenge said they've never made a star. And I know part of the reason for that is probably because I didn't do tutorials. Erin, Erin Boom loves the supernova. She loves it. Yeah, so let me go back and do this. So Yeah, this isn't really going to be much of a tutorial. I'll probably put it in the playlist, but I actually have one more repeat to go around before I can do the Supernova rows. So I have like 6 rows. So that's probably all I'm going to be doing on this video. Usually I do that, off camera, but I just thought I would hop on live and just do that with you all. So I just let me swap cameras so we can see this better and make sure we're in focus. Now that I have glasses, I can tell if it's in focus or not. Probably my last year worth of videos were not even in focus. Okay. Um, So this is, I like to stop at the end of every row and just point out that this join is a spot where we can easily form additional rows. So this was the slip stitch from the row before. This is the chain, and this is actually the stitch that we're going to join to. Okay. And then you're going to chain. Let me see what row is, what are we doing? Okay, I'm going to be making so it's a chain two, which is the first part of your DC2 two to it's a DC chain two and a DC2 together. It takes the place of a DC3 together. The supernovas work up beautifully in cake yarn or gradient yarns. Okay, and then I'm gonna mark this right here because that's where I'm gonna join at the end of the row. And I want that to be clear. I don't want to join to the wrong thing. And then that's how you end up saying like, how many single crochet should there be on this row? And then let me see, I have to check because I don't have this memorized. I think I skipped 2 and 3 single crochet. So the star blankets are different from the regular 6-day kid blankets because on the first granny row, you have one DC3 together in the middle of the valley, and then in the next row you have one on each side. So it's not a DC3 together, skip 4, DC3 together like the regular 6-day kid blanket. It's a little bit different. Let's see. To go, hi, I missed you too. Beautiful new shawl on his, thank you. Thank you so much. This is the Half Moon Goddess shawl. It's my first premium pattern. Oh my goodness. Whew. Hi. You haven't made a star yet. Well, this is the perfect challenge for you. I will try to do, there are tutorials on, let's see. I think I might have made a mistake because I'm 1 stitch off here. I'm not looking at the pattern. Let's see. I don't even know what row this is. Chain 2, DC2 together cluster in the same stitch, skip 2, 3 double crochet in next. Y'all, can I just fudge this time because I don't remember. I put this down like months ago and I don't remember where I left off or what I did or what I'm doing. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna fudge and I'm just going to let me actually see if this is right because the single crochets are in the correct stitch. And all of these blankets are just a little bit different, so it's hard to remember what do I have too many? It's hard to remember because you go along, you got a pattern memorized, and it's like the star blanket, you skip 2 in between the clusters, and you put 4 single crochet at the top of the mountain, and then the super star is skip 4 in the bottom, and it's different every time. So You always have to keep watching. And I think I did this when I was on a live too. So, oh, I see exactly what it is. There's only three single. Oh no, there's four. All right, I don't know what I did. I made a mistake and I fudged it. Sue me. Oh, what's that I hear? A siren? Is that the crochet police? No, it's not because there aren't any. Team Fudge. Erin, how many supernovas have you made? Boom. She loves the supernova. And now she's doing a sweetheart. Can't see my hands because there's a window. There we go. So my weather popped up into the 60s today. It was beautiful out. I bought a little carrier for my cat, and she says she's made more than 10 supernovas. I bought a little carrier for my cat, and I took him out onto the front porch, and he didn't seem to mind the carrier too much, and he's getting used to the harness. He doesn't seem like it's bothering him as much as when I first put it on him. But he was really surprised by the noises outside. It was really loud. So he started freaking out. We came right back in the house. I gave him a bunch of treats too. Yeah, this one turned out right. So I must have been off. I must have been off. Who knows? Fudging. Hi there. If you're in the group, if you're in one of the Facebook groups, I can't see your name. If you're on Facebook, on my page, or on YouTube, let me actually, I'm not watching the YouTube comments. Let's see if I can see them. Hi, Pat Jacobs. Hello, you're visible. Hooks up, needles ready. Yarn is somebody's name. Hey, there's Linda doing the star blanket. Yeah, it's a little the star blanket is a little how did somebody say unconventionally written. And the reason I wrote it the way that I did was so that I didn't have to write a different um, set of instructions for every repeat of the pattern. I wanted the instructions to be able to be repeated and so that the pattern could be manageable and not a billion pages long. But yeah, so uh that's why the instructions are like work until you're 5 stitches from the center point, and people are like, "What? I don't understand this." But once you get it, you got it. It's so addictive. It's as addictive as the 6 Day Kid Blanket, and even I think that the star, maybe not the superstar or the supernova, but the star is even more addictive than the 6 Day. Hey, Shauna, how are you? Shauna's testing one of the new 6 Day Kid Blanket garments that I have in the works. And she also tested the Half Moon Goddess a bunch of times and named it, came up with the name that I eventually chose for it. Half Moon Goddess was her idea, and her daughter took some of the photos, the really nice photos of the nurturing fibers um, scarf that that Shauna made for me. Just beautiful work. How many goddesses did you make, Shauna? How many did you end up making? Oh, Linda's asking about my hook. This hook is from Lion Brand. I think it is bamboo, actually. It's a it's a decent hook. I don't, you all know I love furls, and I also love Lion Brand, but I'm not really a huge fan of their hooks, but this one's nice. It's very light and it's very smooth. She's made three goddesses. I have three. That was my stomach growling. I have three made. I have one that I made, and it was like the first one that I did, and I had put a section of like chain chain stitch, like chain lace before the final row, and I decided I didn't like it. And so I ended up taking it out of the pattern, and I also made that a whole scarf with a huge hook because I didn't have a hook small enough. And so it's really loose and big. And I'm debating on whether I need to rip the whole thing out so I can make a proper goddess with it and wear it, because I feel like if I wear it or if I take photos of it and show it, people are going to be like, how do I do it like that? And I don't want to write up another version. That shawl, I think that was from idea, I mean, I bought this yarn in at the Crochet Guild of America conference in July of 2019. And so that was when I was thinking, I don't know what to make with this. I'm going to design something for this. And right away I thought crescent. I wanted a really long, like, so from idea to release, almost 2 years, a year and a half plus. I mean, July 2019 to March of 2021. That's why it's a premium pattern, because it took forever, a lot of tries. I really wanted it to fit in one whirl, one cake of whirl. I just wanted a project for that. It's beautiful gradient yarn. I love the way the colors graduate in that yarn. So pretty, so fun to watch it change. Thank you. This is Coral Catastrophe. When I first started it too, I was like, ooh, I don't remember it being this orange. The very top of it, like, I was like, wow, that's really orange. It's weird how you don't really know how things are going to look until you work them up. It's like, you don't really know what something's going to look like clothes. You don't really know what it's going to look like until you actually try it on. It doesn't sometimes look very great on the rack, but then you put it on and it just like comes to life. And that was this color. It looked really good in the cake. And then I started working with it and I was like, it's way more orange than I thought. And where do you get our orange? So I have an affiliate link for Lovecrafts. And if somebody will type it in to the different chats, I'll give it to you. It's www.tinyurl.com/Betty's Whirl. And that'll take you to Lovecrafts. And they have all the colors, and it was on sale last week. I don't know if it's still on sale. And they drop ship, so they get here pretty quickly. The other place you can order them from is Webs. I don't have an affiliate link for them, but they're in the US and I don't know if they have all the colors either, but it's discountable. So if you're thinking you want to order more than one, you want to order like 3 or 4 of them, then go to Webs and get them with the discount because the discount's pretty hefty. I forget how much it is. It's kind of lethal going to their site and putting things in your shopping cart because it'll say add $6.99 more to get 20% discount. And before you know it, you have like $100 worth of stuff in your cart. But it's okay because it's 20% off, but you only went there to spend $26.99 on one ball of yarn, and you end up feeling like spending $100 on even more yarn is better. I love Webs. I'm due for a trip up there. I haven't been in a while. I just love going up. I still have so much yarn that I've bought there over the past year or 2 or 3 that I haven't worked up. So, uh-oh, I'm out of yarn here. Okay. So that feels a little short, so I'm going to go back and I kind of like when I'm ending a joining. I like if I'm in these rows, I like for it to be in the middle stitch, so I have like 2 different directions I can go to weave it in. I don't like to have spaces next to it. Let's see if I have more of this color. Yep. What is this? This is pale gray. This is Vanna's Choice in pale gray, and looks like they're changing up their label a little bit. And I noticed when I was there the last time that they're retiring some of the Vanna's Choice colors, and they said that they were getting some new colors in, and they said they were going to save me some, but I haven't heard from them. She said, I'll set them aside for you when they come in, but she didn't call me. So yeah, come on, come on. All right, we'll deal with it. This trying to find the center of it's like pimple popping. I feel like I'm watching those pimple popping videos, like dig, 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 blah, and this whole big thing pops out, and it's a mess. There we go. Okay. But I feel like I remember many years ago hearing that this yarn, or maybe it was Woolies, is not put up as a center pull skein. I find that hard to believe. That I can't be remembering that right. Okay, and this when I have ends and I join a new yarn, I always just flip it up over the working yarn before I make the next stitch, and it holds it in place so that there's not like a big gap or a hole there, and I don't have to tie a knot because I don't like tying knots. Knots are for emergencies. That's like 911. Am I still live? I hope I'm still going. Yeah, because nobody typed the uh, comment. Nobody typed the link in the comments. Let me see. I'll do it. Is this thing on? That's how I feel sometimes. Like, is this thing on? If you're in the Facebook groups, will you type the link tinyurl.com/Betty's Whirl, WHIRL. You have 13 watchers. People are probably getting ready for dinner. Yeah, what's everybody having for dinner tonight? Oh, that's interesting. It says you're not in the group, but it doesn't tell me your name. I wonder how Restream figures out whether it's going to tell me your name or not. It's www.tinyurl.com/Betty's Whirl, WHIRL. Yeah. tinyurl.com/. Hi, Valencia. Yes, Barb, I'm wearing the goddess. You know what I really like? I'll just pat myself on the back about this design. What I really like about this scarf/shawl, whatever it is, I'm not sure what it is. It's a shawlette, whatever shawlette um, is that it doesn't slide around. Hi, May. It doesn't slide around. It doesn't move around. It kind of stays, once you wrap it, it stays put. And it's not too heavy. It's very lightweight, which is good for me because I have so many layers that I have to wear. I wore jeans over my compression today to go to the doctor, and I wore an actual bra, my compression sleeves, and a shirt and a jacket. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I have I have so many layers on, I have so many clothes on. No, I don't, it's not pinned at all. It's just laying there. It's just wrapped around. It's just thrown over my shoulder. I don't know anything about the Hugs and Kisses blanket. I'm sorry. 6 Day Kid blanket came first, just saying. This blanket was designed in 2008, and the star blanket was 2019. When did I make the star blanket, you guys? Join. Somebody, Facebook user, is saying, I want to join your group. So when you request to join, make sure you have a profile picture of yourself. And if you don't, when you answer the comments, say a little something so that we know you're a real person and not a bot and not a scammer. Yeah, I know it's similar. I've noticed that. Hello, Jenny. How are you, my friend? We're making plans to come visit you in Melbourne. I think when I go to Australia, I think I'm gonna have to stay for like a month for all the stuff I want to do because your country is huge and I want to go all over and see the whole thing. If you click on Glenda's, okay, she's at work. I love how many people do our patron Zooms and our lives, tune in on the lives at work. I remember when I was working at Michael's, I used to be watching lives. It's Crochet O'Clock and Good Loops lives. Um, okay, I'm really glad I marked that. So now here's where I'm gonna um, slip stitch, but ooh, I went under too many loops. Okay, you're gonna slip stitch, and then you're gonna slip over into this space and chain up two, and then DC two together. So my last one will be right there, DC two together on the other side. Of course I will. I'm telling you, I'm taking my life on the road and I'm excited about it. Hey, Gemma's here. Hi, Gemma. Yeah, the group is the best place to get help if you have questions or if you get stuck. We have almost are we up to 17,000 yet? We have almost 17,000 people in our group, and quite a few of them have made this blanket multiple times. You can get all the inspiration to see all the different ways there are to make the 6-day kid blanket, all the different ways you can make stripes, different colors, cake yarns, shapes, stars, rectangles. um, yeah, and when you get stuck, we're there to help you. Now, do not, do not think that you can skip the most important step of swatching. You don't see how to join? Can somebody put the link to the group and this Facebook user? Is that Victoria? Who is saying that they don't see where to join? Can somebody the group is here on Facebook. Can somebody drop the link in a comment for her so she can find her way to the Facebook group for the 6-day kid blanket? The most important, the best advice we have for you, first timers, making the 6-day kid blanket is to make a swatch on 37 chains. Follow my directions on my website, Valencia. Are you watching on you on are you on Facebook, my dear? Where are you? Yes, Deborah, there are lefty videos. Can someone, is there a mod here? Someone, one of the mods help Valencia find the 6-day blanket group. And because I don't see your comments coming up on the Facebook feed. Are you in the girl, I don't know where you are. Yes, slow mode. Somebody's over on YouTube saying yes, slow mode. Slow mode is on. Kista, slow mode is when you it's so somebody can't come on and just like make a bunch of comment like that. So it's you can only make so many comments within a certain period of time. Okay, you know what? When I'm wrong name, I'm sorry. Valencia. Okay, someone's helping you. And well, I'll find your comments after I get off the live and I'll send you a link, okay? So that you can join. But it's just not a very interesting video if people don't want to watch me scrolling around and adding comments to the feed that want to watch me crochet like a crazy person. I'm making a 6-day Supernova blanket. The Supernova blanket, and first of all three of the star blankets, Star, Superstar, and Supernova, all start with the same 8 rows. Yeah, I'll find you. Don't worry. I got you. And you can send me a private message too, as Betty. Send a private message to Betty McKnit, and I'll send you the link when I get off of here if you can't find it. The Star, Superstar, and Supernova all start with the same 8 rows. So you can start off with the 8 rows 1 through 8 and then decide which way do I want to go? Do I want to make a Superstar? Or do I want to make a Supernova? Or do I want to stick with the Star? The Star has 7 points. So once you set up the 7 points, it's just repetition, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Mindless. You can watch your show all day long with the Star. They look great in chunky yarn. I have a couple that I've made out of tea cakes, and they're beautiful. So I love a star made out of chunky yarn. The Superstar on row 9, we split the points, the 7 points, and so you end up with 14 points in the star, and all the points are roughly the same size. So it is it's as close to round, I think, as the 6-day kid blanket is going to get. So the Superstar is almost like round. And then the Supernova is the same as the Star for the first 3 repeats of the pattern. And then we break up the points and we add a smaller point in the valley. And so you end up with 14 points, and some of the points are bigger and some are smaller. The easiest one is the Star. Next after that is the Superstar, and the Supernova is a little bit more difficult. And if you haven't made any of the stars, I suggest you start with the regular 6-day kid blanket first. That will really help you. So yeah, I decided I'm going to make this one into a Superstar, but right now or a Supernova, but right now it's still a Star because they're the same up to this point. See, how am I doing? 39 minutes. Yeah, I don't know how far I'm going to get. Because of course, as the blanket gets bigger, it takes longer to go around the row. Oh, and that's the other thing. You need a bigger hook than you do for a straight back and forth blanket. We have found, like, normally this is Vanna's choice. I would work it with a J hook, and this is a K. So what we suggest you do for a star is start with check the yarn label, see what's suggested, and start with 0.5 millimeter bigger than what's suggested, and have another 0.5 millimeter larger hook on hand ready to go. Because we have found that we need to up the hook size a little bit to keep it from curling. Oh, thank you. This is, let me see. Honestly, it was just like some yarn I had. I have a lot of Anna's Choice because um, I've used it for a bunch of stuff, and it's like my go-to yarn for like making tutorials and just basic stuff, kids stuff, and I love the colors. So whenever I want to do something with colors, specific colors, like a popsicle blanket, I go down to the Lion Brand outlet, which is about an hour, not even an hour from where I live, and they have the wall with all the Vanna's Choice there, and it's like you can you can just play and pick. Let's see what the color of pink is. Pink. It's this one, pink, and then this is pale gray, and then of course white. I started it out with white. Well, if it asked you who you wanted to invite, then you're probably already in the group. You can message my page. So I'll come back later and find it, and make sure you have a link, okay? Don't worry. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. We got you. Snuggled in your 6-day kid blanket while watching. Barb wants to know what the next color is. I don't know, Barb. What color do you think I should do next? I feel like I should maybe go back to that pink after this gray. What do y'all think? What should I do? I think I want to put a little more pink in there. I'm not doing any specific striping pattern because I just changed colors whenever the yarn ran out. It wasn't any kind of intentional. This is just the blanket I was making for the tutorial. It looks coral. Oh, you know what? I see it does look coral. It's not, this is coral, but not this. Well, that's so funny. Now that you say that, now I can see it. It looks coral. I wish they would make that color. I'm just doing pink, gray, and white on this one. Sorry. I'll have to check and see if I have some blue. I don't think so. I have a whole basket at Vanna's behind me. I want to keep it too so that people can see it on the video. So I don't want to go too dark. Road trip. Yeah, I gotta go down the road. I need some blue. Maybe like a powder blue, like a sky blue, really light blue. Oh, I thought it was at the beginning, but I'm not. That's just where I joined it last time. When COVID's over, we're going to have a little retreat here in the Hudson Valley for my crochet friends. We can head down to the outlet. We can head up to Webb's, go to all my favorite places. We're going to do it when the Maryland Sheep and Wool is on. That would be a great time to have people come. But yeah, the outlet is super fun, and Webb's is so fun. I love going there. I have topics on my page. Take out a second mortgage. I mean, the outlet, the yarn is really cheap at the outlet. I mean, that's a great place to go when you want to load up on something to make a blanket or something of that nature. Um, they have a lot of the stuff that I found there that's been really fun has been stuff that, they have out in bins and it's not marked, and there'll be like two or three skeins of some mystery yarn in a bag, and it'll be different. I'll be like, what's this? I've never seen this. Um, and I'm always looking for different things. So those are always the things I kind of, pick up are these things. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't recognize this. And then, a couple months later, I'll see that it was a new yarn that was released, and it's like I have like some of it without a label from, like 6 months ago. I went down there and bought it out of like one of their bins, and that's always fun. Can you slow down when you do the extended double crochet? There isn't an extended double crochet on here, but I'll do one for you. Wait, let me just do this. I'll do these two, three, DC3 together. Unless, is that what you meant? This one? Oh, my legs are starting to hurt. Here, I'm going to wrap this up. So I'll do an extended double crochet for you, Barb. Okay, start it like a regular double crochet, and then you just pull through one loop, and then pull through two, pull through two. That's extended double crochet. I do that instead of a triple. I don't like triple, treble, whatever crochet. I'm going to probably finish up this row, and then I'm probably going to be done. For this one, I have just a few more rows. I'll try and get it to the point where I can show the Supernova row next time, so y'all don't have to just sit here and watch me go around and around doing mindless stuff. But you want to see how the Supernova rows get added on. Neat trick. The extended double crochet. Yeah, I do the extended double crochet now on the last double crochet of the row on my 6-day kid blankets because I have a really bad curling problem. So I do extended double crochet. Um, I don't know, it's a stitch I use on the edge of things to keep them from being too tight. I think I used it on the Metro North to keep it nice and loose on the edges. And it's in the Goddess. I believe it's in the Goddess. It's a useful little stitch. Yeah, it's in the Goddess. So someday I'm going to do a video tutorial for that. It'll be on Patreon because it's a premium pattern, so I'm not going to post a tutorial publicly, but I'll post one on Patreon at some point. I was thinking about that today. I will I'll do that at some point. Somebody asked me for a video. It's not that hard. The pattern is not that hard. It's really it's almost embarrassingly simple because it took me so long to do it, you know. It took me so long to create it, but it's actually very simple. It's a very simple pattern. Okay, so at the beginning of the row, I'm going to chain one, single crochet in the same space, and then I'm going to mark that one. And if you do that, you will avoid what people do. This is a very common mistake. People will join here to the slip knot from the row below, or here, which is the chain up. And this is where you want to join. So if you join down here and then you start working these two, you will you'll end up with extra stitches. So that's what happens when people get stuck. All right, there we go. I'm gonna stop there tonight because I feel my legs starting to complain a little bit. And I don't think this was really much of a tutorial, but it was fun hanging out here with you guys tonight. And thanks. And I will try not to be a stranger, and I'll try to be more consistent about coming on here and doing this for you, especially in the next couple weeks, because I want to have all the star tutorials, all the little steps. I think I maybe have like probably at least 2 more tutorials so that every step of the star blanket patterns is out there, that you have a video. And just remember that the video doesn't replace the pattern. It's just to give you a visual and show you how the stitches are done. But I really don't think that you can take any of my tutorial videos and just make the pattern just from the videos. So the pattern is always the go-to. Yeah, and if you don't read patterns very well, my patterns and videos are a great way to help you learn. I think I really work hard to make them really clearly written and easy to follow. And I have so much free help for you in my Facebook group, just so much. Just come in and respect our rules and respect our way of doing things, because no one wants to be in our group in here 20 times a day. Where's the pattern? Where's the pattern? How many do I chain? How many we've answered all that for you. So make sure you read all our stuff and all the many, many, many helpful things that we have in that group for you. Start with a swatch on 37 chains. Go to my website and follow the swatch pattern and do what we say there. And then you can measure that to figure out how big you want your blanket to be. And we'll go from there. But that's always going to be your first step, is making a swatch. Okay. It's just my swatch lecture for today. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Let me play my music and we'll take it on out. Bye, Barb. Bye, Jenny. Bye, Facebook user. Bye, Gemma.